Hi, my name is Doug Rucker, and this is my informative speech. Once again, my audience, well, part of my audience, is joining via webcam. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay. So today I will be telling you a little bit about the history of Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh once said, "I am not an adventurer by choice, but by fate." With this line, Vincent van Gogh set forward the events of his unforgettable and truly tragic life. I would like to inform you today of the history of Vincent van Gogh, his two most notable paintings, and his style of painting. So, who was Vincent van Gogh? Vincent van Gogh was a Dutch artist born March 30th, 1853 in Groot Zundert, Holland, to Theodorus van Gogh and Anna Cornelius Carbentus. He was brought up in a religious and cultured atmosphere, and his early life was spent as a theological student and a lay preacher among regional miners. He was highly emotional and he lacked self-confidence. "My youth was gloomy and cold and sterile." This is a quote that Van Gogh said, and David Brooks of the Vincent van Gogh Gallery published this quote for me to find. And an interesting fact is Vincent van Gogh was actually named after a stillborn brother who was born exactly 1 year before. So, the beginnings of an artist. Vincent van Gogh didn't take a serious interest in art until 1880 at the age of 27. In 1886, he moved to Paris to live with his art dealer brother Theo, who was Van Gogh's closest emotional connection and financial supporter. And this is according to Mark Geitlein with Living with Art. He became aware of new art movements, including Impressionism, and he incorporated aspects of these movements in his own style. And Impressionism is characterized by light, brilliant colors and movement, short brush strokes, and the brush strokes are juxtaposed, and there's a feeling of movement. And this is according to the Random House Dictionary. And the painting you see here is called The Sower, and this is one of Van Gogh's paintings that demonstrated Impressionism. So in 1888, he moved to Arles, France to work with the painter Paul Gauguin. Van Gogh wanted to create perfect art in a pure atmosphere with Gauguin. And they often quarreled, and after one particularly intense argument, he cut off a portion of his left ear. And he actually ended up making a painting called Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear, as you can see here. In mid-1888, Van Gogh committed himself to an asylum after realizing he was deeply troubled. And most of Van Gogh's most admired works were created during the last 2.5 years of his life, and this is according to the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. And Van Gogh only sold one painting during his life, and it was 1 month before his death. And it's pictured here, it's called the Red Vineyard. On July 27th, 1890, despair had deepened to the point that Van Gogh actually shot himself to death. And this is his final resting place. So, you might have heard the name Vincent van Gogh before, and I would like to tell you a little bit about two of his most well-known paintings. So the first one is called The Starry Night, and it was created in 1889. It's an oil on canvas, and it was 29 inches by 36.25 inches, so that's smaller than most people probably think the painting actually was. And right now, the Starry Night painting is housed in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. The painting The Starry Night actually depicts the view outside of his sanitarium windows at night, and he actually painted it from memory during the day. And Vincent van Gogh was quoted as saying, "Looking at the stars always makes me dream. Why, I must ask myself, shouldn't the shining dots of the sky be as accessible as the black dots on the map of France? Just as we take the train to get to Tarascon or Rouen, we take death to reach a star." The next painting I would like to tell you about is called The Potato Eaters, and it was created in 1885. It's also an oil on canvas, and it's similar in size to The Starry Night. It's housed in the Van Gogh Museum, which is in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And Van Gogh wanted to depict peasants as they really were, and he chose coarse models that provide a natural and unspilled characteristic in his work. And once again, Van Gogh is quoted as saying, "I wanted to convey the idea that the people eating potatoes by the light of an oil lamp use the same hands with which they take food from the plate to work the land, that they have earned their food by honest means." So Van Gogh had a very unique style, and this style is called Expressionism, which, according to the Random House Dictionary, is the tendency of an artist to distort reality for an emotional effect. And this is another painting that Van Gogh completed called Wheat Field with Crows, and this shows Expressionism. And he actually always signed every piece of work Vincent. And this is actually Vincent van Gogh's signature. And Van Gogh was once quoted as saying that he had an urge to leave something important behind. So, in conclusion, Vincent van Gogh was actually a deeply troubled individual who led a tragic life from early childhood all the way to his final days. During his life, he created many amazing pieces of artwork, and some of which I have shown you today. His style was heavily influenced by the ever-changing world of the 19th century, and perhaps if Van Gogh had more than 37 years on this earth, he would have lived to see his paintings become world-renowned works of art. But you must ask yourself this question: had his life not ended so tragically, would his works of art still have achieved the same celebrity that they have today? I personally think so, and I encourage you to go out and discover more of Vincent van Gogh's amazing pieces of work. Thank you.